Hey guys, this is a review of Call of Duty Black Ops PC version, and today we'll begin by reviewing the single player, then we'll be moving on to the multiplayer. So first off, as you guys all know, Black Ops is made by Treyarch, who famously made World at War. So when it was announced that they're going to make Black Ops, I greeted it with optimism. Now the game is set during the Cold War period, where Soviet Union and the United States are having third-party wars against each other, so they're not fighting each other directly. And you're part of these Black Ops operations. Basically, you're not supposed to be doing this, but you're doing it anyway. And it's special ops. So if you're caught, then they don't acknowledge that you exist. Now, there is one prominent feature of the game, and that is the gore, which is quite noticeable, especially when you shoot at somebody. So, and I thought it was pretty good itself. Now in the game itself, you can drive motorcycles, drive cars, drive even helicopters, shockingly enough. Though you have to drive it around like a stick, and they're definitely pretty good modes, and I like it a lot. Especially the motorcycle chase and the helicopter scene where you have to blow up the entire village. It's definitely a lot of fun. So, and you can also drive PBRs. I forgot you can add PBRs on the boats in the water. Now I found the graphics to be pretty good. It runs on a modified World at War engine, so I wasn't really expecting much of a boost. But some of the scenes look outstanding, such as Vietnam, which the jungle looked amazing. They did a very good job on it. And so I thought the graphics were pretty good. Now they added lots of cutscenes and slow motion moments in the game. Sometimes they tend to be a little annoying, where you're doing a cutscene and you're getting shot at and there's nothing you can do about it. So sometimes it's a little annoying, but overall I found them pretty good. Now the AI is pretty strange at Call of Duty. The enemy shoots at you from behind something and you have to kill them, basically. So there were some scenes where the AI acted pretty good, but overall it was pretty much the same as the other CODs, so no complaints there. My favorite mission was actually the prison mission, where you had to break out and use all these improvised weapons like the harpoon or the chain gun, which is really epic, and had fun mowing down everybody. And also using the modified balls of fire, firing at the towers and whatnot. So I found that mission my favorite, actually. I found the audio to be pretty decent, and I loved the music. I thought they did a very good job with that, and adding, so it set the mood of 1960s to 80s. And they also did a good job picking some Vietnam era soundtracks to add to the game itself. So overall, I found the music and the audio to be pretty decent, and definitely plus to the franchise. Now on to bugs and how it ran. The game itself had lots of stutters when I first started it. I couldn't even actually start it, to be honest. It crashed a couple of times. When I got it starting, it stuttered a little, but overall it was pretty okay. And I managed to get it to run at a very good frame rate after modifying some of the config files. So probably it was just a pre-launch bugs or anything. I hope they fix it. Personally, I think that the single player is very good, and Treyarch did a fantastic job on the single player and how it ran through. And I hope they make more CODs with this kind of single player, because this is just top notch, just awesome. So my final verdict of this is the single player is fantastic and a good addition to Call of Duty. So they also added the zombie mode from World at War, and as you know, the zombie mode from World at War was very, very popular, and I was very glad when I heard they were going to add it back. They also added with new features, such as you can play as JFK or Nixon or some other politician against Nazi zombies defending the Pentagon. So definitely a lot of fun, and you should definitely try it with some friends, because it's definitely more fun if you have any friends. So I give the zombie mode a top notch. They've also added some secret games to the game itself, like Dead Ops Arcade here. And if you want to know how to get to that, you can message me if you want. But I'm sure a lot of people know already, since there's instructions all over the freaking net. Now, on to the multiplayer. The game has, as you know, pretty famous kill streaks and customizable weapons. And it seems like they've taken another leap this year with even more customizable options, and God, it's mind-blowing. Now, one major feature this year is the return of the dedicated servers, which I am strongly happy to see. Well, when Modern Warfare 2 didn't have dedicated servers there, I decided not to get it, and turns out it looks like I might have been correct on that issue, because I much prefer servers over matchmaking, because it always throws me into some stupid server with lag. So I greatly liked this new feature. Well, this old feature, you could say. They also returned lean, the lean mode, where you can lean from one side to another, and I like that too, though I don't really use it much. So, and like I said earlier, you can customize a lot of stuff now with money that you earn from making games, which is called secret currency, which you make, like I said, in games, and you can even use it to bet. Do rager modes where you can do gun game and all sorts of other stuff, like sharpshooters, sticks and stones, one in the chamber, some other great ones out there where you can bet your money and see if you can get to the top 3 to make money back. You can also use the money to purchase kill streaks, perks, and even contracts, which I should mention. You have a specific amount of time to do something, and in the contract that it says like get 3 headshots with an SMG or something like that. And so I like the system, though it's a bit confusing at first, but eventually you get used to it, and I like purchasing stuff, to be honest. Well, the Black Ops multiplayer has 14 new maps, and I like a lot of them so far. Modern Warfare 2 had a lot more, but they weren't very memorable, and there was only one good map out of that game, in my opinion. Now, there were several good maps in Black Ops so far, and I'm starting to find a lot more as you get used to it. Though it seems to funnel people into the battlefield, to shooting each other, so I'm not sure if that was a good idea or not. So the map design is pretty good, though it's adapted from the single player. If you play the single player, notice the changes. And there are some new kill streaks, as you guys probably all are aware of, like the new RC car, which you drive around to kill people, basically. You can get quad kills, triple kills. I've seen it happen on kill cam. And there's also like a drivable helicopter where you can drive around the atmosphere and shoot at stuff, which is pretty funny and cool at the same time. You also got the return of the dogs from World at War, and they're more balanced, I think. And there's also some other new kill streaks, and some old ones that you've probably seen before from Modern Warfare 2. And so I really have no opinion about this, but I think they're pretty cool. Well, they really hit the ball with this one. You can customize pretty much anything: your gun, face paint, a lot more emblems to add to your kill cam and all that stuff. And there's also theater mode where you can edit some awesome kills you had or some awesome moments you like to see. And I thought it was pretty cool. Definitely a good feature to add, though they should add an ability to upload to YouTube, in my opinion. So, and they also added 15 prestiges to rank up through, so people are going to be playing this game for a very, very long time, I suspect, just to get through all those prestiges. I thought that the limit of the 18 players per 18 players on a max of 18 players on a server and 24 players for an unranked was a very good idea, because any more than 18 will just turn into spam fest. 18 actually feels cramped as it is. So they also added combat training, which you can play against bots and you level up. You can invite your friends into the mode if you want. And Treyarch has indicated they might release mod tools at some point, so I hope that's true, then we can make maps and this game will have a long, long life. And people will be playing for a long time, it looks like, for sure. Well, the multiplayer overall is a well done job, and definitely well done job if they add those mod tools in. But is it better than Modern Warfare, both games? I would say definitely better than the second one, since it's far more balanced. But the first one is difficult because it's always going to be a classic, probably. So my thoughts on the multiplayer are definitely a well done job, and it's a great job for those people who like to play online. Who like to run and gun, basically. So overall, what I think about the game is that it's definitely worth the price, but maybe you should get it later when the bugs are all fixed out, because when I played the multiplayer it was lagging like hell and stuttering, but they're starting to fix it, it looks like, after releasing a couple of hot fixes. So overall I think it's definitely worth the money, and if you haven't gotten it yet, try it out, or at least get it. So hope to see you on the battlefield. Thanks for watching the review, and please comment below if you have any thoughts on my review or you'd like to debate something. Please comment below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching.